Hello again, everyone. We're off and running on this opening Saturday edition of Thoroughbred Action here from beautiful Gulfstream Park. Jason Blewett joining you right outside the walking ring. Got a lot of racing on the show tonight for this Saturday, April 6th. In fact, 12 races and the one and only Pete Aiello standing by with much, much more.
It's a beautiful South Florida afternoon for horse racing with sunny skies, a fast main track, and a firm turf course. 12 races in total today and a carryover in the Rainbow Six. First of the day over the firm turf at a mile and a 16th. Claimers of the non-winners of two variety race for a claiming price of $12,500. Scratch number 6, Leroy's Gem, a field of 9. Favorites included 5, Motatan, and 6, Cadillac Kitten. Racing at Gulfstream. From the outside, Brag Dude commences well. Yale Deal has speed. Down at the inside, at Storm Peak moving up, and also into the top flight is Motatan. 4 horses across the course. They work ahead of 5th running Cadillac Kitten. Looking Forever is next at the rail. Out wide is America's Samard. The 2 at the back are Lucky Fast and Cape Desiderato. Energetic pace around the first turn with long shot Yale Deal getting over to the inside and leading the way by 2. Storm Peak is taken in hand second on the outside. Brag Dude is with him. In between horses is Motatan. These top 4 have worked 5 ahead of Cadillac Kitten, who's racing by himself in 5th under Fergal Lynch. 3 in front of Lookin' Forever, who's to the inside of America's Samard. Better than 9 or 10 lengths off the lead. Then Cape Desiderato, and Lucky Fast is last as this pace is quick. 22 and 2 for the quarter speed as they go half a mile from home. On the inside, it's Yale Deal through a 46-second strong half mile. Brag Dude within a neck, but being asked to quicken. Storm Peak is 3rd. Motatan 4th. Cadillac Kitten is creeping closer while 5th. Down at the inside goes Lookin' Forever, improving inside of America's Samard. Then Cape Desiderato, and 4 wide at the back is Lucky Fast. 3 furlongs left to go. Taking the lead now is Storm Peak, and Storm Peak moves to the front by 2. Cadillac Kitten taking up the slack second, working into the clear. Cape Desiderato, that sends Lucky Fast 6 or 7 wide toward the rail, and coming on America's Samard. 3/4, 110 and 3 as they turn for home. With the advantage, it's Storm Peak and Danusuke in front now from the outside, and Cadillac Kitten takes a run at him. Looking Forever toward the rail, then back to the inside, and America's Samard. 16th to go. Cadillac Kitten outside of Storm Peak. Cadillac Kitten for the front. Cadillac Kitten is in front. 2nd, Storm Peak. 3rd, America's Samard. Then Looking Forever. 141 and 2. Some questions coming in as to whether number 6, Cadillac Kitten, could handle Gulfstream Park and could handle 3-year-old taking on older foes, as that was what he was doing. Both of those questions were answered no problem as veteran reinsman Fergal Lynch powers home with the son of Kitten's Joy for Mike Maker and Kenan Sayre Ramsey. We go to the second race, the start of the early pick 4, 1 mile over the main track. Claimers in for $6,250. Scratch the 2, Italian Smile. 8 to the gate. Favorite was the 6, Special Counsel. And they're off. From the center, Special Counsel is heading out for the early lead. Up on the outside, Cotton Tuya with a touch of added speed. Back to 3rd inside goes Galileo's Affair. Wide on the course are both Kitty and Hill in Queen's Quarters as Cotton Tuya is up to take a narrow lead. Cotton Tuya from Kitty and Hill out wide Queen's Quarters, trying to keep her spot. Here's Special Counsel, sent through by Jose Bautista. Didn't really have much choice there, and now Special Counsel takes the lead. Galileo's Affair is in range, then Queen's Quarters. Meanwhile, Schmiss was just allowed to settle into the race while second last, and Flying Girl is the trailer. 5 furlongs left to go, and Special Counsel now has the lead 3 parts of a length. On the outside, Cotton Tuya is there second. Untouchable You is 3rd. Galileo's Affair given the green light, trying to reach around from 4th. Here's Schmiss on a mid-race move. She's up between horses. Blue Cap all the way up into a joint 3rd. Backpedaling are Kitty and Hill in Queen's Quarters, and at the back is Flying Girl, and up front it's Special Counsel. 46 and 3 for a strong half mile, and Special Counsel 3 furlongs from home and a neck on top. Toward the outside, Cotton Tuya tries to cling on second. Cotton Tuya has now dropped a half length behind. 3 back to a driven Schmiss. Inside 4th goes Galileo's Affair with a 1/4 mile left to get. With the advantage, it's Special Counsel 3/4, 111 and 1 as they straighten for the drive. Special Counsel cuts the corner and opens up. Back to second is Cotton Tuya, then Galileo's Affair and Schmiss, but they're all left behind Special Counsel, who's well clear. Special Counsel inside that final furlong is 7 on top with no dangers. The battle strictly for second. Special Counsel, an easy winner. Cotton Tuya is going to hold on to second over Galileo's Affair 3rd, then Schmiss and Flying Girl. Number 6, Special Counsel, makes a barn change here this afternoon, but the result is the same. Put into the race early and bottoms out the group, winning easy under jockey Jose Bautista for Monica Magui and owners Monica Magui and Amari Piedro. Second, number 8, Cotton Tuya, and third was 4, Galileo's Affair. We'll take a commercial break. Don't go away.
The best chance for success begins with a solid foundation. At Hardacre Farm, early personal one-on-one care starts the journey to becoming a champion. Bred to leading stallions, our mares represent the highest standards. Hardacre Farm's signature in the breeding industry. Based in Ocala, Florida, breeder and owner Amy Tarrant has inspired excellence throughout her entire career. In your quest for success, start with Hardacre Farm, breeding the champions of tomorrow.
Back now for race number 3 on the program. 5.5 furlongs over the main track. Maiden Claimers in for a $10,000 price tag. A field of 8 signed on. Favorites included the 2, Hot Fudge Honey, and the 4, Grand Surprise. And they're off. Toward the inside, Hot Fudge Honey wins the break. Up the takeover is Grand Surprise, moving throughout the rail. Tappett's Last Dance sent along. Tappett's Last Dance goes after the leader, Grand Surprise. These two put on the speed and open 3 on Starship Saturn together with Hot Fudge Honey. 2 back to JP Calling ahead of Perfect 10. Then Lady Lucifer and All About Hay is last of all as the battle rages on around the far turn. Grand Surprise in the 2-path. Tappett's Last Dance along the rail. These two went 22 and 3 for the opening quarter speed. They race ahead of Hot Fudge Honey, who tries to parlay a good trip. She's up into second now. Back to 4th and out wide is Starship Saturn. Trying to run home from the back is All About Hay with a quarter of a mile left to get. Hot Fudge Honey just ran by Grand Surprise to take the lead. From the outside and Starship Saturn late on the scene and trying to run home is All About Hay. Top of the lane with the advantage. Hot Fudge Honey. She kicks it in and opens up now by 4.5. Second, Starship Saturn. Grand Surprise on the inside. Late run down the stand side from All About Hay, but as they come to the wire, it's all about Hot Fudge Honey. Hot Fudge Honey is 7 or 8 in front. It's going to be a good battle for second. All About Hay does some running to get second ahead of Starship Saturn, then Grand Surprise. Number 2, Hot Fudge Honey finally finds her field as she gets the maiden diploma. Does it pretty easy in the end under jockey Miguel Vasquez for Ron Spatz and owners Debbie Gagne, Sheldon Sepulwitz, and Michael Gray. Second, number 8, All About Hay, who rallied from way back to get a slice ahead of the 7 Starship Saturn, who ran third. We go to the 4th race now, a 6 furlong claiming contest. Price tag $6,250. Field of 7 signed on. Favorites were 2, Cuckoo Kenya, and 7, Memorize. And they're off. Outside and Super Witch for the first call. Moving between horses, Cuckoo Kenya. Memorize away in the top flight. Driving at the rail is Dancing Noel. Dancing Noel sent from the rail gate under Gary Bain to put a neck on top. Super Witch is second. Memorize will have to sit third. Miss Surprises between horses. Cuckoo Kenya is along the rail. 4 ahead of Tormented de Oro. And trailing is Lexi's Doll. Past the half mile and moving to the far turn. Super Witch has had enough of Dancing Noel and now strides to a 3-length lead. Memorize is up into second, trying to take up the slack on this loose leader. Back to 4th and Miss Surprise ahead of Cuckoo Kenya and Tormented de Oro. Still at the back is Lexi's Doll. 5/16 away and up front the leader is still Super Witch by 3.5. Memorize is second. Cuckoo Kenya is third. Tormented de Oro splits horses with Miss Surprise, but they'll have to pick up their feet if they want to beat the leader. Super Witch is still tough. Super Witch on top 2.5. Here's Cuckoo Kenya under a full head of steam, and here's the veteran Tormented de Oro running up the inside. Dancing Noel is back for more. Final 1/8 of a mile, many chances here. Dancing Noel has taken the lead. It's Dancing Noel in front. Tormented de Oro lunges between horses, but as they come to the wire, give it to the old pro Gary Bain. Give it to Dancing Noel at a big number. She's 24-1. Number 1, Dancing Noel springs a 24-1 upset to take today's 4th race under veteran reinsman Gary Bain. 67-year-old pro gets the job done with this daughter of Maltese Dog from Marcelo Cueto Racing Stable and trailer Marcelo Cueto. 5, Tormented de Oro second at a big number ahead of the 6, Super Witch, who ran third. Let's go now to the 5th race and start the middle pick 4, 1 mile on turf. Claimers in for a price tag of $12,500. Scratch the alternates 13 through 16. Field of 12. The favorite was the 11, Too Stormy. And they're off. From the far outside, Shidoshi has to push forward to try to get over from the outside draw. So does Too Stormy, and they're away 1-2 with Spa Jazz moving at the rail. Out wide and Overzealous. Overzealous is going to be 3 or 4 deep. Saving ground, false accusation with Mr. Pinocchio. Then it's a gap of 2.5 to Two-Step Alpha, who's mid-flight, racing ahead of Brandt, who's 3 wide, and Friend Zone, who's toward the rail. Then Family Kitten off the speed today. The 2 at the back, Manhattan Project and Tagore. They make their way around the first turn with Spa Jazz and Luca Panici holding the inside edge and the lead. On the outside, Shidoshi is their second. The favorite, Too Stormy, pockets up third. Fourth out wide and Overzealous. Family Kitten on a backstretch brush outside of Mr. Pinocchio. And then from between horses, False Accusation. 2 back to Friend Zone and Two-Step Alpha. Then Brandt. 3 wide at the back is Tagore, and the trailer is Manhattan Project. They make their way now to the half-mile point, and with the advantage, it's still Spa Jazz in front. Shidoshi is second. 3 wide. Overzealous is now third. Then down at the inside, Too Stormy needs a way out. Family Kitten is next. From between horses, it's Mr. Pinocchio, as they have less than 3 furlongs left to get. With the advantage, it's still Spa Jazz holding inside position and the lead. On the outside, and here's Shidoshi to take a shot. Overzealous is next. Too Stormy, Family Kitten, and from the back, Mr. Pinocchio as they turn for home. 3/4, 112 and 2. Overzealous sweeping up on the outside to challenge Shidoshi for the top. Spa Jazz is next. Too Stormy getting into high gear close to home. Final 16th of a mile, and the leader is Overzealous. Too Stormy lunges between Too Stormy and Overzealous. Overzealous is hanging on. Too Stormy is second. Shidoshi is third. Then Mr. Pinocchio.
11-1 winner of today's 5th race as the upsets roll on as number 10, Overzealous, freshened up off the barn change and makes a stable debut, a winning one for trainer Michelle Nihei and jockey Hyro Rendon. Owned by Circle 8, Overzealous with the upset score. Second, number 11, Too Stormy, and third was the 12, Shidoshi. We move to race 6 of the afternoon. Start of another pick 3, maidens of the 3-year-old variety. These are special weight runners with a field of 7. The favorite was number 6, Air Attack.
They're up. Toward the inside, Burnin' Through Gold with an alert reaction from the gate and moves to a clear advantage. From the outside, Boro Boy is second. In between horses, Gloria Florida alongside. That's the favorite, Air Attack. In between horses goes Din, and Riverfront is toward the rail. Last of all is the return horse, Ironwood, as they go down the backstretch. 5-2 on Burning Through Gold, who burns through the opening quarter mile. 3 lengths in front of Riverfront in second. The opening quarter was robust, 22 seconds flat. Up on the outside, and Boro Boy with Air Attack and Gloria Florida. Next comes Din, and Ironwood's had some pace to chase, but he's still a long way behind, better than 15 off the lead of Burnin' Through Gold. Burnin' Through Gold threatens to bottom out the group here. He passes the 5/16, and he's on top by 7. Riverfront is a driven second. Air Attack's just at a 1-pace third. Then Gloria Florida trying to get underway as Ironwood with less than a quarter of a mile to go. And this is all about Burnin' Through Gold. Burnin' Through Gold enters the stretch on a 12-length lead now. Back to second is Riverfront, then Gloria Florida, Air Attack, and Ironwood. But get out the wide angle for this one as Burnin' Through Gold has completely obliterated the competition. Burnin' Through Gold takes a knee and runs out the clock. Well clear, 10 or 12 in front. Second, Riverfront. Third, Gloria Florida. Fourth, Air Attack, and then Ironwood.
Number 2, Burnin' Through Gold, burns through the competition in race number 6. What kind of a run was that? It was a big run is what it was, running up the score inside the final quarter of a mile. He put that field away halfway around the far turn. 3, Riverfront was second, and the 5, Gloria Florida, ran third. Time for a commercial break. When we come back, the Rainbow Six sequence. Don't go away.
And Ghost Zipper is pulling away. Ghost Zipper blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Awesome again has won. Ghost Zipper kicking clear. Judy the Beauty.
Back now for race number 7, the start of the Rainbow Six. Maiden claimers on turf at about 7.5 furlongs. The price tag here was $12,500. Scratch number 7, Making a Legacy, a field of 10. The favorites, 1, Cause for Pardon, and 3, Another Softball.
And they're off. Another softball wins the break. Wink and a nod on the outside. Sent up the inside is cause for pardon, so the three favorites land 1, 2, 3. Away racing fourth is Shanghai Levi. In between horses is Alperis trying to secure some racing room for Gampath. Moving out the rail goes Silver Drill and the charge around the first turn. Another softball put in play early today by jockey Hector Barrios. Kicks to a 2-length lead. Cause for pardon second. Wink and a nod on the outside. Third Alperis between horses. Down at the inside races Silver Drill ahead of a wide-running Shanghai Levi. Gap of 2 to Rough Note, racing to the inside of Bellamy Street. They're about 9 or 10 lengths off the lead. The two at the back are Two Step Slew and Stuck With You. 22 and 3 for an aggressive opening quarter speed. Another softball going to try to bottom out the group. Leads the 7-5 favorite, Cause for Pardon by 2.5. Wink and a Nod is third. Silver Drill is fourth. Alperis is fifth. Shanghai Levi sixth. Then back to seventh goes inside running Rough Note with Two Step Slew. Outside of him and Bellamy Street, Stuck With You is still last. And the three favorites kick on. 46 and 1 for a half mile. Another softball has the lead at the quarter pole. Tackled outside by Cause for Pardon second. Racing third but driven is Wink and a Nod with less than a quarter of a mile to get. With the lead now on the outside, Cause for Pardon and Hyro Rendon bidding for a double. He has the lead. Back to second, another softball well clear of Wink and a Nod, who's trying to salvage third, but he's about to get past by up into third. Stuck With You, but it's Cause for Pardon to win it. 2.5 clear of another softball second. Stuck With You third, then Wink and a Nod and Alperis.
One, Cause for Pardon gets the maiden diploma as jockey Hyro Rendon notches a riding double on the program. This one for owner Heinz Steinman and trainer Jennifer Quinones. 3, another softball put into play early, but that didn't work. He had to settle for second ahead of the 6, Stuck With You, who rolled home to get third. Let's go to the 8th race, a start of Elite Pick 5 sequence today. 6 furlongs of the journey. Price tag here, $6,250. Field of 12 went to the gate. Off-time favorites included the 4, Rigo, and the 5, Hurricane Roberta.
And they're off. Check to last was Joe Kane. Plea bargain on the comeback try, ridden for the speed. Up on the outside, Candy Max from between horses, Hurricane Roberta. Iron Throne and My Mr. Wonderful are next, followed out wide by El Zeus. Then Rigo. Far outside goes Fancy Flash ahead of Our Boss. It's a 5-length margin to Enduring Arch, and after a disastrous beginning, Joe Kane is last. Past the half mile and moving to the far turn. It's Manny Cruz and Plea Bargain with inside position and the lead, but the filly Hurricane Roberta poised to strike on the outside second. Candy Max tried to keep up but has dropped back to third ahead of My Mr. Wonderful and El Zeus. Trying to run home from there are Bar Boss and Rigo, then Iron Throne with 5/16 to go. Miguel Vasquez and Hurricane Roberta bidding up to take the lead as Plea Bargain tries to fight on. 2 lengths back to third running Candy Max. Rigo is next while wheeling 5 wide for the drive through a 46 and 4 half mile. Off the turn in the stretch drive, Hurricane Roberta turns for home on top by 2.5. From between horses and coming on a bit is Candy Max. Iron Throne's out the rail. Rigo's down the center, but Hurricane Roberta, well meant indeed. She'll tackle the boys and put them to school here as Hurricane Roberta is a 7-2 winner. Second is Rigo, closer for third, but I think it's Candy Max over Plea Bargain in 111 and 4.
Number 5, Hurricane Roberta, the rare filly, tackling the boys, especially at this lower level. Jockey Miguel Vasquez proved it can be done as Rohan Crichton's daughter of brethren, Hurricane Roberta, powered home for the score. Camille Crichton and Span Investments, the winning owners. 4, Rigo second, 10, Candy Max ran third. We go to the 9th race and start the late pick 4. 9th race, a mile and a 16th maiden special weight on the turf. A field of 10 went postward. Favorites included 7, Sea of Hope, and 8, Tiberius Mercurius.
And they're off. The big favorite was away quickly. Sea of Hope moving between horses is Noble Lion, but Clear Blue Sky heads him off to take the lead. Clear Blue Sky passed the line the first time in front of newcomer Noble Lion second. Angling over is Sea of Hope to race a joint third. Rags for Britches at the inside. Sir Holsky is out wide on the course. Racing between is Tiberius Mercurius. Down at the inside goes Elfitz. Then it's a gap of another 2 lengths back. Wide through that first turn. Extra ahead of Honor System. And Primo Posto is last of all behind an opening quarter of 23 and 4. They make their way into the backstretch now, and Edgard Zayas doling out the speed of Clear Blue Sky, who leads the race by 2. Racing in second is Noble Lion on the outside. Sea of Hope is parked 3 wide third. Back to fourth, Rags for Britches, a length better than Tiberius Mercurius, fifth at this stage and 5 lengths behind. 2.5 back to Sir Holsky with L Fitz. Out wide is Extra Extra. 5 ahead of the back markers, Primo Posto and Honor System. They went 48-3 for a half mile. They're inside half a mile from home, and Sea of Hope moves up on the outside of the leader to challenge. Back to third and retreating is Noble Lion. Then comes Rags for Britches, 3 better than Tiberius Mercurius, racing ahead of Elfit. Trying to run home from there is Extra Extra, but up front, the battle rages on. Sea of Hope on the outside, clear blue sky toward the rail. These two shoulder to shoulder after 3 quarters in 1:11.3. That's a gap of 3 lengths back to Tiberius Mercurius, who's trying to come on next. Less than a quarter of a mile to go. Sea of Hope now sweeps to a 2-length lead. Tiberius Mercurius finishing with interest down the center second. Clear blue sky is back to third, then Rags for Britches, but at 4-5, Sea of Hope is too much. Sea of Hope will win it by 2.5. Second, Tiberius Mercurius. Third was Clear Blue Sky, 141 flat.
Favorite gets the job done as number 7, Sea of Hope, proves too much racehorse for the competition in race 9 under jockey Misael Jaramillo for Christophe Clement and Sumaya U.S. Stables. It was a good run from 8, Tiberius Mercurius, who ended up second ahead of the 4, Clear Blue Sky, who finished third. We go to the 10th race now, the start of the late pick 3 on turf at about 7.5 furlongs. A scratch of 13 Hijacker, so we had a field of 12. The favorites included the 1, First Spring, and the 6, Blue Loop.
And they're off. Toward the inside, Driven by Thunder gets the first call. Far outside, Rayo My King looking to get over, and Rayo My King goes quickly on the outside to cross over in front of the field. Racing away in second is Driven by Thunder, Ole Mole, and Caloric are third and fourth. Saving ground next is First Spring. From a high draw, Bantu worked over into the 2 path and takes over the 5th position, 3 better than Blue Loot. Outside of him and Slot Receiver, followed by Chuckles Candy and Cash Dividend. It's a gap of another 2 to King of Spades. He's well settled, while about 9 lengths off the lead, and just to his inside is Cometin, last of all. Opening quarter was 24 seconds flat. Down the backstretch they go. At a huge price, Rayo My King has the lead. Ole Mole is racing in second, Caloric on the outside third. Driven by Thunder is parked at the rail in fourth from Bantu in the pink, racing in fifth. Blue Luch going to try to box him in while moving 3 wide on the course, racing ahead of First Spring, who's down at the inside. Gap of another 2 to Chuckles Candy inside of Slot Receiver, then back to the outside and Cometin. Cash Dividend is next as they round the far turn. 47-4 for a half mile. There's a quarter of a mile left to get. Bantu was not boxed in. He worked 3 wide. He's on the attack now as the leader is still Caloric. To the attack, Blue Loot toward the rail, Driven by Thunder with an 1/8 of a mile to go. First Spring getting going as they come past the 8th pole. From the outside, Blue Loot. From between horses, Bantu toward the inside. Driven by Thunder fights hard. They come to the wire. It's Driven by Thunder. Driven by Thunder fought on to win it. Bantu a game second. Blue Loot a game third, and 128-1.
9-2 winner to kick off the late pick 3 is number 2, Driven by Thunder. Outkicks the competition. Puts up a pretty game victory under jockey Hector Barrios for Angel Quiros and the Super Snooper stable. 9, Bantu fought hard for every yard, but he had to settle for second ahead of the 6, Blue Loot, who was outkicked while third. Time for a commercial timeout. The late Daily Double is right after this.
Whether you're at home or at the track, have a stake in the race when you bet with ExpressBet. Sign up for an ExpressBet online betting account and receive up to a $500 sign-up bonus.
Back now for race number 11 on the program. First half of the late Daily Double. Today's 11th race, an allowance optional claiming event. Scratch the 4, Moon Eyes, a field of 7. Favorites included 1, Starship Nala, and 7, Miss Marcella.
And they're off. Miss Marcella, one of the first to break the line. Corey Gal has speed. Moving up down toward the inside, Nacho Mama, but she's hard sent and lands only fourth. Back to fifth is Gascante. Then it's back to the inside goes Starship Nala at the back of the field with Katie Lee just ahead of her as they're now half a mile from home. It's Corey Gal in front. Corey Gal leads the way and leads the way by a neck. On the outside, Miss Marcella is second. Kalina's Song is now third. Back to fourth is Descente, racing ahead of an improving Starship Nala. Trying to race wide on the course, Nacho Mama. The trailer is Katie Lee. Around the far turn to the top of the stretch, Miss Marcella now has the lead. Starship Nada on a roll while fourth in the orange colors, plotting a wide course, but moving up in between horses. That's Kalina's Song still in the fight at a huge price. A gap of another 3 to Nacho Mama, who tries to pick up a slice through a 45 3/2 mile. Off the turn in the stretch drive, and Starship Nada continues to close as Miss Marcella is trying to hold firm. These two pass the 8th pole, but Starship Nada 6 to 5 and now in charge. Miss Marcella is second. Kalina's Song with a huge run. She's trying to get third as they come to the finish. It's Starship Nada. Here's Kalina's Song up for second. Miss Marcella third. Then Discante in 112 flat.
Favorite gets the job done to kick off the late daily double. Number 1, Starship Nala, under a sustained ride from jockey Miguel Vasquez. It's his third winner of the day, does jockey Miguel Vasquez. Starship Stables own this daughter of Capo Bastoni for trainer Steve Dwoskin. How about number 8, Kalina's Song at 100 million to 1 for second. Actually only 60, but the effort was still the same. Number 7, Miss Marcella, ended up third. Spicy Exotics in race 11. 12th and final race at 7.5 furlongs over the turf. Maiden claimers in for a price tag of $12,500. Scratch number 5, scratch the 6, scratch the 9. David Baracco on the 11, Commander Fish.
And runners away. Level beginning. Art Bijou from the outside, sending for the top. Crammy Boy has the same idea from between horses. And up on the inside, Prolific Runner now takes the lead. Prolific Runner and Art Bijou land 1-2. Crammy Boy gets the spot he wants, third behind the speed. Dropping over to the rail is Barbie's King to save ground under Chuck Lopez, about 5 lengths off the lead, ahead of Pendrell Moon and Commander Fish. Then Karam Chand, and the two at the back are Home Power and Mr. Nobody. Into the backstretch they go. Jose Alvarez upset-minded on Prolific Runner, who has a 2.5-length lead behind an opening quarter of 23-2. Racing second, Art Bijou. Crammy Boy is third. Barbie's King at the rail is fourth. Karam Chen 3 wide while fifth. Pendrell Moon is held up between horses. Then it's Commander Fish ahead of Mr. Nobody, and Home Power is last. They go to the half-mile juncture, and Prolific Runner has put up all the numbers. He's inside half a mile from home, but he's now only a neck on top. Here's Art Bijou on a rebid second. Crammy Boy forcing the issue 3 wide third. Green light for fourth, running Barbie's King, traveling in fifth and still under a hand ride. Here's Panici on Pendrell Moon. Mr. Nobody is next. Dropping back is Karam Chand with a quarter of a mile left to get. They went 47-3 for the opening half mile. Pendrell Moon can wait no more. The rail just opened for an inside running Barbie's King. Also right there is Crammy Boy and Mr. Nobody. 1/8 of a mile to go. Barbie's King and Pendrell Moon go on. Barbie's King on the inside. Pendrell Moon on the outside. And Pendrell Moon has the best late kick. Pendrell Moon in front. Barbie's King is second. Third, Crammy Boy. Fourth, Mr. Nobody in 129-2.
Number 4, Pendrell Moon, comes back a winner under jockey Luca Panici, rallying down the center of the race course under Luca Panici handling for Michael Madsen, owner Ty Schumann. Second, number 7, Barbie's King, ahead of number 10, Crammy Boy, who ran third. The results today did yield multiple winning tickets in the Rainbow Six sequence. The Rainbow Six lives to fight another day with a carryover going forward to tomorrow. That carryover, more than $75,000.
And that's it, 12 up, 12 down. We do it all again here tomorrow afternoon. The first 4-day racing week of the spring meet comes to an end with a 10-race Sunday card that gets underway a little after 1:15 p.m. Eastern. Have a great night, everybody. Good night.
Running up the inside, Dancing Noel is back for more. Final 1/8 of a mile, many chances here. Dancing Noel is taking the lead. It's Dancing Noel in front. Tormented Oral lunges between horses, but as they come to the wire, give it to the old pro Gary Bain. Give it to Dancing Noel at a big number. She's 24 to 1.